Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Watchaz Live. I'm your host, Brandy, and we have a very special guest today, Damion Chambers. So this live has been sponsored by Gutful and Electrosecure. And at Watchaz Live, we highlight trailblazers in their specific industries and, of course, give advice to the younger generation. So we're here with a trailblazer channel sales manager. Hey, Damian, how are you feeling? Thank you so much for joining us today. What's up?
I am here. I feel great. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me today. As I said, whatever I can do to support and help and inform if young people that
Yes.
are in our age range, sure, no problem. I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. That means the world. So you are the channel sales manager of Dahua Technology. Did I pronounce that right?
That is correct. In Jamaica. In Jamaica.
Okay, in Jamaica. Oh, so it's worldwide. Tell me a bit
Yes.
more. What is, yeah, go ahead.
So Dahua is an international company that is from Shenzhen, China, and they mostly produce in CCTV products such as cameras, access controls, and stuff like that. So we are a technology company based in Shenzhen, China.
Okay, so what exactly is Dawa's Technology's mission?
So Dawa's technology is the mission for Dawa is basically to spread technology, good technology across the globe. So again, we're in every country across the world, spreading information that things that people need for security access, for entertainment, for backup services, for computers. For example, you see the interactive board behind me. This is
Yes.
something that is for education and stuff like that.
Oh,
Boardrooms and stuff like that. Yeah.
okay, that's cool. So guys, you gotta check out our technology. You see, we're getting a whole example in the background. So that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. So in terms of being a channel sales manager, that's a very strong title to hold. I know it's probably some up and downs, and being a manager is of course a lot with leadership. So I just want to delve into the journey a bit. So in the early stages of your career, what experiences helped to shape your interest into sales?
Well, to be honest, it all started abruptly. I know that I'm a person who I love technology, but I never saw myself set in sales because I'm more detail oriented when it comes to certain things. Somebody wants something, I'm gonna do the research and try to find out how does it work and stuff like that. And that is where it came into play of somebody wanted a computer, I delved into it. What kind of specifications are you looking for, how to program it, and that is how my career started. And from there, it just went up and up and up. It had its low points, but it just went up and up and up.
The fact that you said up and up and up. And I love that you are showing us that sometimes things take an unexpected turn because basically you're letting us know that you didn't plan to get into sales and tech. Do I have that correct?
That is correct. Actually, I wanted to become an architect, but
Okay,
unfortunately, yeah.
we have to, okay, so let's get into it. So, of course, I don't know if this is too much, but perhaps regret is a strong word, but would you go back in time and do architecture instead?
Yes, yes. I realize it's actually a
Conversation.
first love.
Okay.
Yes,
I did
yes.
not expect a response. Why is that?
Um, so for me, I realized that maybe we don't realize it as people, but we are built for certain things in life.
Yeah.
So for me, my generations, like my brothers and my fathers, they're good with their hand, they're in constructions and stuff like that. So following that path, I guess that is what so that stuff like that is what gets me excited.
Okay.
Learning to do stuff myself, and yeah.
Okay. So this is about passion then. So will we ever see Damian going back into architecture? We're going to go back into the channel season because I have to learn, but I want to know, like, because when you talk about architecture, you smile. So Would you eventually like go back to it?
Uh, I'm too old for that right now. I'm just living my life right now. A lot of people would probably say, no, you're never too old, but
Yeah, I was gonna
again,
say that.
yeah, I'm almost in my 40s. I may look young, but I'm almost in my 40s. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see it happen. So in terms of channel sales, I want you to teach me now, like, what exactly is a channel sale? Like, what does the channel stand
All
for?
right. So you have the manufacturer. So the
Mhm.
manufacturer being Dahua. And then each product that we sell, it goes through a channel.
Right.
That channel is ensuring that that person gets the right product, the right pricing, and the right information. So, for example, I work at Dahua. I channel the product through a company that would be called Jamtechwares. Jamtechware is the local distributor in Jamaica, and I ensure that they have the right products, the right prices, and they're getting the right type of training for the local persons here.
Okay, so basically you facilitate the sales. Do I have that right?
That is
Oh,
correct.
wonderful. Right. So in that case, what are some of the challenges you have faced within the sale industry? Like, what's the biggest challenge? Of course, you overcome them because they say up, down, but tell me a story of the biggest challenge you've had so far in sales.
One of the biggest challenges that I can remember is introducing a new product line to a country that nobody knows anything about and have the expectation and hoping that it will work out. So that is one of the things that I can probably say I can think about.
Okay, so introducing a new product.
Yeah.
That's that answer. Okay. All right. So the aim of the show is, of course, to inspire and teach. We'll have a lot of young persons watching. So I'm gonna do a little role play. So the board in the background, if I were a prospect customer, how would you pitch that board to me?
This is the new, what would I call it? A lot of persons are used to chartboard or writing on with chartboards and markers and stuff. This in itself is a new technology. So, for example, if I start it up, you will
Okay.
see it coming in the background.
Yeah.
I think the glare might be a little bit,
Which is cool though.
yeah,
I'm seeing it and I see the powered by Android. Okay. I came
yeah.
on
So you
quick.
see the hour in the background, yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, it's gonna load into the screen. So it's basically think about it as a large 85-inch tablet,
Yeah.
and you can do presentations on it, you can do teaching on it, you can write on it, you can present from your laptop on it and
Okay.
stuff like that. So for persons who have like yourself, if you are in a conference room and you want to um, present, you can do this. You don't have to use your laptop. What you can do is connect your laptop to this, and then you can actually touch it. And whatever you touch on the screen actually touches on your laptop. It also comes with a webcam. So with the webcam, you can actually do conferencing, and it has speakers and audio on both sides. So again, stuff like this is actually built for conference rooms, for classrooms and stuff like that. So again, and stuff like this keeps people informed and attached because you're like, oh, it can do this, oh, it can do that. Yeah. So this is one of the
Yes, I'm
this is one of my
intrigued. Like, I would buy that right now. I had no idea that that existed. So is this what the future of classrooms is looking like, you would say? Is this the future of meetings,
that
etc.?
is
So this is something everyone needs right now then.
that is right. And a lot of these have been deployed out in the wild already. So some of these things are in schools, in offices, in conference rooms already. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so how do I go about purchasing with Dahua? Do I go to a website? Do I come in office? What are my options as a
Um,
prospect customer?
So as a prospect customer right now, so as I said, we have a local distributor in Jamaica that they are the ones that you reach out to, jamtechwares.com, and that's wares with a Z. And then you can go onto their website, you can look at the products that are there, and then from there you once you get a sales rep, that sales rep then will say to you, hey, you can reach out to, for example, Electrosecure that I work with. You can buy stuff through him. Everything that Dahua sells, you can probably buy through him.
Okay, I really like that. Very insightful. So guys, make sure you check out Dahua Technology. So are there any specials going on right now? Do you have seasonal specials? Do we have any discounts that the viewers should know about?
Well, we don't have any discounts right now, but we have a lot of trainings that are for now that are for free, and you can
Okay.
come to the store and then we can walk you through whatever it is that you need, and from there you can talk. But again, discounts are available. Let me not say it's not, but discounts are available. Once you are getting something from the Jamtech website or the Jamtech store, again, we'll give you discounts.
Okay, thank you so much. So that's for Dahua Technology. Check them out, guys. So I'm glad you gave me that run through. Now I'm gonna ask the whole secret to sales now. So what are some of the biggest secrets to sales? Because you just gave me a whole rundown. What are some of the biggest secrets to sales that people tend to overlook?
All right. So some of the biggest things that I believe that brought me through the years that I'm is building relationships with customers. That is like the number one thing, building relationships with customers. Two, understanding what you're selling. If you don't understand what you're selling, it doesn't make sense. So you can be in a situation where you're selling, for example, you're selling cameras, but you don't know how to sell cameras, you don't know how to configure cameras. So, for example, a customer reaches out to you and you can't answer a simple question, it makes you look kind of stupid. So,
Yeah.
again, it's all about understanding the products that you're selling, getting a relationship with the customer, understanding the customer, and satisfying their needs, asking questions. Because guess what? You're not a mind reader. You don't just ask the question, and that is as simple as it gets.
Okay, so do you believe in the whole the customer is always right theory?
No, not always, but the customer knows what they want. They know what they want, and from there they can tell you what is it that they need. So the customer is not always right, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, love that. All right, so how would you advise someone to go about building a relationship with the customer? Because it's not, I know a lot of persons can't really bother to go through it being nice and etc. Although I believe it's needed, but what is something someone should really do to say, yes, I'm building a relationship with this customer, I have their trust, they are a prospect sale.
Okay. So some of the things I've learned over the years is again standing by what you know and what you learn. So, for example, I'll give you a good example, which is I want to build a relationship. It's not just about you coming and buying and whatever it might be. I'm going to ask you, how is your day? Before we get into the whole product talking, get to know you as the customer. And from there, we'll get into talking about the products and stuff because, again, you're building a relationship. I remember last week you came in with your daughter and you saw that she had on her gymnastic suits. And you're like, hey, how is your daughter doing? How did gymnastic go? And you build a rapport, a relationship. And from there, you do what you have to do.
Okay, so essentially customer service and sales go hand in hand.
Mhm.
Okay, understood. So thank you for that. All right. Now, I want to know what are some key qualities that someone would need to be successful in the business, like something you definitely can't overlook. What do I need to be a channel sales manager?
I think it comes with years of experience because just being a channel sales um, manager is not as easy as 1, 2, 3. I think it has to do with the years of experience for me because as I said, I started out as sales, went from sales to a category manager, brand manager, and from there I grew over a couple of years and expanded my knowledge and horizon of certain things. and also getting yourself certified. I know that a lot of us want to go back to school to do the degrees and stuff, but you don't have to do a degree if you don't have to. You can find the more important certifications that you can get, like the CCNs, and there's a lot of them. I don't want to name out all of them, but there's a lot of stuff. So a lot of times we hold ourselves because we said, oh, a degree or whatever it might be. You can start small, get your certifications, get your associates, get stuff that are tangible stuff, 6-month programs and stuff. So that is what builds you up and get that understanding and that experience and that career. Because again, I've been in this field for probably the last 20 something years.
Oh, that's a lot of experience. So it's
Yeah.
bigger than just channel sales. Like you have a huge badge carrying. So okay, so
Yeah.
then no. I love the mention about the certifications. So people they don't have to look forward to doing something for 4 years then, perhaps like a 6-month course, etc. Things like that. So short courses suffice when it comes on to sales.
Yeah, so do the short courses, do the management courses, do stuff like that. And again, I'm not saying don't do a degree. If you think you need it, go and do it. It is important. Heart does a lot of these certifications
Or
for
the
free.
sales.
So yeah,
Okay. Can you just
so
tell me something? All right, thank you. Okay, in that case, then sales, no leadership, because you're a manager. So, how has that experience been like with your team, etc.? Have you been doing the management for 30 years or just the sales?
just the sales. The management aspect has only been for about 6 years now.
Okay.
Um, and let me say that it's not an easy road managing people, especially if they don't have the drive that you have, especially if they're younger people, because I realize the generational gap, unfortunately, that younger people aren't as focused as they should be. Sometimes you'll find that diamond in the rough, but the reality of it is that um, I realize younger people right now, I guess it because I grew up in an era where these things were like far and wide. Um, and as I said, it's levels.
Yeah.
um, it's a little bit harder to manage, but it gets easier if that person understands. Because again, you have young people who are mature and want to learn and will outpace any older person. Um, for example, I would have a staff right now. And I said she, right? She
Yeah.
is exceptional. She will go above and beyond, and she wants to learn and understand everything. So she's probably doing marketing, but
Yeah.
at the same time, she's interested in learning, and she's like a fly on the wall. She's in a meeting. She said, "Oh, Mr. Chambers, what does this mean? Or what does this, and what does this?" And you break it down to her, and she goes and does her research. Some people won't do stuff like that. But for the management aspect of it, it's not hard, but it's just that sometimes you would want to have the people around you that are somewhat easier to manage. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That was very straightforward. I love the fact that you mentioned the whole thing with the younger generation because I feel like in the work, of course, I was going to say corporate, but working overall, I believe is it Gen Z? They act very differently. I don't know, probably more relaxed, more calm. And I believe that can probably be very frustrating. So, what would your advice to any young person that wants to enter sales? What would your advice to them be?
My one advice is love what you do. Um, Again, a lot of us don't realize that our purpose in life, a lot of us don't know our purposes in life as yet, but we have an idea of what we want to do. So, for example, again, if you want to be a chef and you're doing sales, do sales to the best of your ability, because guess what? You may never know a time or place when your how you behave then will recommend you for the future. Because again, a lot of the things that I've done because of my steady head and observance and relationship with customers and relationship with people. Oh yeah, man, oh man, he's a good guy, man. He went the extra mile for me and stuff like that. So again, it's just stuff like that reality. So in sales, It's just about focusing on what you're doing. So if you're selling shoes, focus on it. If you're selling computers, focus on it. If you're selling hair, nails, whatever, focus on it because you want to be the best that you can be in that space.
Thank you. So essentially, if it's like a snowball effect, but not because you're not where you want to be, means that you should disregard where you are. I'm
Exactly.
getting
And
that.
sales is up and down. Yeah, and sales is up and down. Sales today. So long and short, let me give you a good example. So the Dahua brand, um, that we have now in Jamaica, I said this is one of the brands that I'm launching in Jamaica, Dahua. So this is
Okay.
just another keypad. So not a lot of persons would know the brand just as yet, but I'm working hard to do that. I'm working hard to ensure that it's being sold and stuff and stuff. So therefore, we're having trainings, we're having excessive meetings, and eventually you will get the right customer, you get the right clients, you'll get the right deals, and then you're gonna see yourself start going after. So maybe for the first year, you're like, oh, this is not working. First 2 years, this is still not working, but third year clicks in, and because the work that you did from year one and year two, everything just starts soaring for you from there. So again, it's just patience and time and just keep at it. Repetitive in sales is the key, you know?
And I was just gonna say you have to be patient because after 2 years, I would probably say 2 years, nothing. I can't continue this. So that really and truly speaks to trusting in vision, being patient, of course. Okay,
Being
so I
patient.
want to know now, what do you enjoy the most about sales? Like, what do you consider rewarding? Yes, of course, persons, you're getting the sale, but what about it makes it exciting?
Um, one, the people that you're
Okay.
around, that you meet good people, you meet bad people, you meet aggressive people, you meet a diverse set of people, and sometimes it's good, and it lets you learn people and learn things. The second thing about it for me in my field, technology. Technology is always constantly growing, and you can always expect by the end of the month something new is coming, and all right, I want to get a hands on this. I want to see how it feels. I want to see how it works. Um, Also the satisfaction of doing something from scratch and seeing it work. That is like the biggest thing for me. Like, all right, cool. Um, this office wants interactive board, and when they want an interactive board, they want speakers with it. They want to also have cameras. So once somebody walks in and automatically comes up on the board, and you're like, wow, I did that. You know, it's a good feeling. So that's one of the things for me.
Okay, thank you. I can only imagine how good that feels, especially for how long you told me you've been doing it. Like, what would a younger Damian say to Damian be channel sales manager looking?
I think you would probably say that, oh, you didn't turn an architect? Oh man.
We're back to the
But but
architect.
if younger me saw me right now, he would probably say, good job.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. That's literally all that matters. So that's lovely. And the point that you
Mhm.
mentioned about the people, how do you evaluate if a partnership is going to create real value or not?
Um, Good question. That is a good question. So with that being said, you see the people attitude. I think attitude is one of the things that I always look at. Someone with the right attitude, less talking, more action. Those
Yes.
are the type of people that will tell you that. Because sometimes you have people will come and they'll talk, and never buy anything. But that one person that comes with that action and say, hey, I'm interested in this, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna test it and I come back. And they actually do come back versus the person who just keeps on coming and talking. So once you hear that talking, you can also just use that as a thing to say, this person, maybe not. It's most of the time, that's what from the years I've known people,
Yeah.
the ones who come and talk and make the most noise. Yeah.
So the talkers, do you suggest like following up with them and saying, hey, there's a
Yes,
product or still?
yes, man. Still follow up with them, same as a part of sales, because guess what?
Yes.
That one day, he talks to you about something and you're like, oh, you remember you did talk to me about this and you say, you're gonna come and buy this. I'm like, oh yeah, so that. So it's all about the talk. The talkers
Oh,
will still give you some stuff, but you still have to be persistent with them. Either way. Sometimes you feel like you're wasting your time, but sometimes they'll be fruitful. It's like that mango tree that bears like once a year, or
but
yeah.
it still bears. I guess that's the good
Yeah,
part, right? Still
but it
bears.
still bears some type of fruit. And when you get some
Okay.
fruit from it, it's good fruit. But you just know that hey, it's never bear again until
Not
probably the next five
always
years.
gonna
Hey,
mango tree there. Okay,
that's right.
understood. All right, in that case then, with a role within technology, because technology changes a lot. How do you manage to stay adaptable?
I said one is all about it's all about learning, getting yourself
Yeah.
certified in certain things. So for example, AI is one of the things that are coming out right now
Yes.
than anything. And people are afraid of AI, but I would always say don't be afraid, adapt to it, learn it, and try to understand it, because it will make your life easier. Don't give yourself the edge to say, oh, I actually know this and I'm certified in this, versus, oh, I don't want to do this because you no, get yourself, learn certain things, adapt to read. If you're not reading and learning and understanding, you're going to be left behind. And that's one of the things.
Okay, so you just have to stay on top of your game when it comes into technology. All right.
That's
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Chambers. Like I have learned so much in this interview. I'm gonna ask you one more questions because I know you're busy.
it.
So what I want to ask is, as the B channel sales manager, where do you see Dahua technology in like 5 years? What's your vision for it?
All right, so my vision for Dahua in the next couple of years is actually being one of the key partners in Jamaica, the go-to company. As it is right now, we're just starting, and I'm sure that we're going to be 50-50 with the competition in the future. 50-50, we're going to be above them, but we're building that scope where once you hear the name, you know the brand, you know what it represents and what it stands for. That is what I want for the next 5 years. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. And I definitely see it happening because from listening to you, you're not only about vision, it's about executing. And it's very inspiring to see someone hold a position like that for 30 years and knowing that, okay, this is what I wanted to do, the architecture, but that doesn't mean I'm going to just relax as a channel sales manager. So I really enjoyed the conversation. Go ahead.
Not 30 years, 20 years, not 30
Oh,
years.
20 years. I'm sorry. 20 years. So yes, regardless though, it still takes a lot of strength, courage, patience to really hold that title like that, especially saying, okay, this is what I want it to be and this is where I'm at. So I feel really inspired. I'm sure the viewers will too. So thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Chambers. And I wish the best for Dawa Technology, guys. Make sure you check them out. Is there a website you can mention so they can check out?
Yeah. So it's Dahua Technologies, so it's DAHUA.com. And you
Okay.
can also check out Jam Tech Wares, that's wares with a Z.com, and you can find information there as well.
Okay. So thank you so much, Mr. Chambers. Thanks for joining us. You will
Problem.
see the
Thank
interview
you.
on
My
its
pleasure.
out, and it means the world, of course. Stay
All
close to
right, no
work.
problem.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
Same to you, my dear. Enjoy.